Hey everyone, Tin Man here, playing in a constructed gauntlet, our final match one way or another. Since we are 4-1, we're either go perfect run or go 4-2. And we're up against a tough matchup, Mono Red. My personal favorite deck, Mono Red, but not the best matchup for this deck because their heroes are so darn hard to kill. And that makes it difficult to get our gold generation going. And our opening hand and flop is not the most ideal. That being said, a Relentless Pursuit into mid lane is actually pretty appealing here. Gives me another chance at a Janata proc, and there's a chance I land next to him and curve in. I do not land next to him, but I potentially can get a Janata proc and just do a 15 to this tower. And it makes Omni-Knight trade with Bristleback over 2 turns here. Since he's not 10 health, then they'll just trade over 2 turns. And we do get to 15. Hello! Alright, now I can enter our secrets backwards on lane 1. And then hit him for 15. That's a huge chunk to start the game. Huge chunk. And we're still trading on that line. So that looks good. So we get both creep spawns on lane 1, which is unfortunate because that's where I wanted to put Lich, but then I can't do that and get the on our secrets proc unless they also put Beastmaster there. They're probably going to put Beastmaster on lane 2, if I had to guess. But that's fine, because I could potentially get a Janata proc plus an Ion Shell. I think I'm just going to go on lane 1. I still just want to go there, even though I got the double creep spawns. Because I don't want to double stack in this lane. And that's actually, unfortunately, lane 3. They got the curve in. Oof. Hopefully I can draw a gank or something. All seen one's favor. Not quite what I was looking for. Oh, and they got the curve in there. Alright, so I need to all seen one's favor on mid. More so than an Ion Shell. Or maybe if I get the proc, maybe I do Ion Shell just to get a lot of trade-offs. It's hard to say. Unfortunate about this trade on lane 3. This kill on lane 3. Legion's Standard Bearer. Not the worst, but not great either. I did not get a Janata proc, so I need to keep Bounty Hunter alive, so an all-seen one's favor makes sense. If I got a Janata proc, Ion Shell lets me trade with Bounty or with Beastmaster, which would have been fine. And then I just trade off, do a bunch of trade-offs, and then I get oh. Then I would get a bunch of gold. But unfortunately, instead we're just gonna get wrecked on every lane. Alrighty then, this is not going well. Not going well at all. They now have 18 gold and I only have 7. And I have 1 hero who's about to die. Not great. Put Darks here in lane 1 and then probably Surge Lich out of there. So he doesn't just die to Axe. Putting Tidehunter in 1. That makes sense because there's a Legion Standard Bearer. But luckily, he avoids it. So Ion Shell is actually pretty decent on Dark Seer since he'll get to retaliate back onto the Legion Standard Bearer. I think I probably just want to Surge first though. Surge into, I guess, mid lane to try to trade here. I'm fine with that. Still need to get some kills to get the gold flowing, but the problem against playing Mono Red is that the gold does not flow very well against them. And they have a Demagicking Ball. Yikes. Alright. Like I said, things are not going well. We did not get a good opening start, and that's the risk against this deck, is that the opener is super important. If we don't get an early kill or 2, then it's problematic. At least we got a hip fire though. Can still trade. Hopefully. Please no Dresden standards. Or Kraken Shell. No, the Kraken Shell. Yikes. Alright. And a Bronze Engineer. Alright, this will be a little difficult. Revtel Convoy. I mean, we got all of our heroes respawning now, though. So maybe there's a chance. I want to save my gold for Revtel Convoy to make it relevant. How do we want to do this? I also have a coup de grace. So I could coup in lane 1 if I want to. Lane 1's risky because of the Tide Hunter. And him having -2 armor is just a liability no matter where he goes. Can I maybe afford to fight on 3 as well? Or am I spreading myself too thin? Am I just going to die in every other lane? I think I might be spreading myself too thin if I try to fight on 3. Okay. So I think coup de grace makes the most sense here on Axe. To deny a Berserker's Call for insane value. And of course we discard the only other card in our hand that matters. The Revtel Convoy. It's not ideal. Guess Darkseer's still dying. Yuck. Alright. This is probably a loss. We can coup de grace on lane 3 still, or lane 2 rather, to kill off the Bristleback. But we're still behind. We're still really far behind. That Legion Standard Bearer has been doing a ton of work, and I've not been able to really put it in check. The Legion fights as one. And they're in an Ogre Conscript over Marrowfell Brawler. Marrowfell Brawler would have been better here, I think, because I can kill this. I trade with Ogre over 2 turns. Marrowfell would have survived 2 turns. Let's coup de grace here, get rid of our gold mine. But hey, at least we got gold now. So that's relevant. A little bit. A little bit relevant. So we'll have 25, so we can potentially buy a horn. It may be too little too late, though. Oh, we're not even going to have 25, dang it. Yeah, they'd be right to deny this gold. Yeah, they start getting pressure on 3. Yep. That is problematic. Especially with Tidehunter's active coming up next turn. I just won't have any pressure in lane 1. I have some in lane 2. But not a lot. And they got the red mist in 3. Things are... Oh, they put it on the wrong side. Or no, I guess they put it on the right side. They didn't... They forgoed the extra damage from the Dresden standards to make sure it attacks straight ahead. That's fair. I do have a helm, though. Alright, I don't have a horn, but I've got a helm. Helm is pretty darn good as well. I actually can't really use it in lane 1 because of the Ravage coming in. Yeah, alright, I guess I gotta fight on 3. I can Chain Frost plus Helm and hope I can turn around lane 3 somehow. It'll be tough. But not impossible. Since I have a second Chain Frost, I think I might just gank out of this lane. Gank the Legion Commander. The best possible odds of success here. Since that lane's already going down, like I can't stop lane 1 from going down. It either goes down to this or gets ravaged and she just dies anyway. So I need to press my advantage on 1 and 3. So things might be turning around here. I'm not... Oh, they can Blink Dagger also. Alright, maybe that was bad. Maybe that was bad. Now they're going to ravage on another lane. But I can coup de grace that lane, wherever it goes. Presumably it's going to go in mid? Right? it goes mid, I can coup de grace just fine. And hopefully he doesn't discard the helm. If it goes in 3, it's a little sketchy because I want to Chain Frost there. You go into 2. Sweet. I'll have initiative, so. As long as we don't discard this helm here, I think we got a good chance. Nice. Discard the worst card in our hand. Perfect. And it fixed our arrow, so now we attack straight ahead. I do not have initiative, so I might as well heal him up. And now we're threatening in 2. We've got Helm plus Chain Frost on 3. They cannot Primal Roar on 3. Things are looking up. Somehow. And they even give us... I'm going to steal a Red Mist Pillager, so we can hopefully start that chain going. So steal... I guess the Red Mist in front of Lich makes the most sense. Doesn't really matter which one to steal. But might as well unlock the Lich. And then I Chain Frost starting on Beastmaster. And I think that's enough to kill off the Soul Lane, right? Let's see what happens. I think so. 5, 6, 7. Beautiful. Do I keep initiative or do I draw a card? I think I draw a card. You serve a greater purpose. Okay. So you're saying there's a chance. I am saying there is a non-zero chance that we can win this, despite that fairly lackluster start. So lane 1 is just forget about it. Lane 2 we're quite well ahead on, and we can Chain Frost as well. So let's hop into lane 3 with the Darkseer. Add a bit extra damage. They're going to fight on lane 3. That's good. It's a good choice for us then. Hopefully we can draw a Relentless Pursuit or something. Or gank. To get that gank, I guess I need a Janata proc, right? Oh, that doesn't even do it. I can gank a creep. That's value. Gank plus pickoff, maybe? I did not get a Janata proc. But I can pick off a creep. I don't have initiative, so might as well. I love Payday. And then I don't know. Yeah, I guess I just keep this as is. I mean, next turn they're gonna get 3 guys in lane 3. And if they have a Time of Triumph here, could be a bit disastrous. Primal Roar, just as well. They stun that way. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm like, why do they not kill off this guy? So, yeah, now they might 5-man Time of Triumph, and I just lose to that. Maybe. Red Mist Maul helps a bit, I guess. Helps siege a little bit. I was really hoping to get a Blink Dagger, bring the Helm of the Dominator back. And they get both creep spawns in that lane? Jeez. Alright, we still might lose this game, but it's... Oh, they're going in lane 1. I guess they can Blink Dagger out of that lane. That's fine. They want to see where I go, and then they blink to the appropriate spot. I was gonna go into 3. I don't know what the question was there. Yeah, I think we still lose this game. We just weren't fast enough. We just were not fast enough. That Primal Roar was quite good. We made a valiant effort to come back, but it was just not enough in the end. Waited a turn too long. They got all their guys back. And then now they just crush us on lane 3. But that's the power of the mono red deck, and that's probably the worst matchup for this deck because, like I said, the heroes are hard to kill. And that means it's hard to get gold, which means it's hard for us to execute our game plan. And of course, I don't have my mobility tools available. I have a couple blink daggers, but Darkseer's dead. I don't have the blink daggers, and I don't have the relentless pursuits to even get into the relevant lane at this point. I think that's all she wrote at this point. Not really much reason to do anything else. Still agree. For fun, might as well. And they spring into lane 3. Great. Yep. As much fun as this deck is, I think it is still kind of a decidedly tier 2 type of deck. Maybe not the most dominant deck in the meta. I think mono red is still the best deck, and you're kind of seeing why. They do quite a bit of powerful things. We'll do our best, though. Do our best to... I was going to say, hopefully... Oh, there we go. I'm like, hopefully get one of these guys through.
I'm sorry.
We can push 9 damage. Yeah. I mean, if they were a little bit lower, if we'd pushed a bit more damage early, maybe we tie here. Maybe. Seems unlikely. Alright. Well, thanks for watching. We did not finish out with a perfect run, unfortunately. We finished 4-2. But I still think it was a good showcase of this deck. It definitely can compete with some of the top decks, but maybe it's not quite the top of the top like some other decks are. But it's a fun deck to play. Really, really enjoyed it. And hopefully if you try it out, you can enjoy it as much as I do. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.